All right, here's our definition of standard form, where a, b, and c are all integers. A has to be positive, and obviously if one of those is 0, then that messes up our standard form or it even being a function. So if we have an equation set up like this, you might ask yourself how you graph one of these. First thing you want to do is always check if A and B evenly divide into C. So let's look at this first one here. Do A and B evenly divide? Yes. C divided by 3 is an integer, 12 over 3. C divided by B, 12 over negative 4, is an integer. That should be negative. And that works. So A and B both evenly divide into C. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and set up our table. These will find the two intercepts. Remember, when you're on one of the axes, one of your coordinates is 0. And in fact, this is going to be the y-intercept because the x-coordinate is 0. So if the x-coordinate is 0, you're on the y-axis. So I'm going to do what's called the cover-up method. And what that means is if I plug in 0 here, well, that's like, I'm going to just eliminate that. So then I just solve for y, and I divide by negative 4, and I get y equals negative 3. Doing the same thing for the y value, I substitute for this one, for this one here, I substitute a 0 in for y. So then I'm just solving the equation 3x equals 12, divide by 3 there, and that gives me 4 for the x value that goes with the x-intercept. And now I just plot those 2 points. There's my x-intercept, 4, 0. There's my, what happened to my, this little guy should have been there, sorry. There is the y-intercept, 0, negative 3. And then 4, 0 is my x-intercept. And I can even continue the pattern as much as the grid will permit. All right, so if one of those doesn't evenly go into it, then I'm going to translate it into y equals format, into slope-intercept format. So I first subtract 3x from both sides. Now I got to divide everything by 4. That gives me this, and you should understand how to graph these. We start with the y-intercept, and then use the slope of down 3, forward 4, continue the pattern, and connect the dots. All right, see you next class.